While the rest of the world debates whether technology is making us distracted, China has been quietly doing something far more interesting. It has been designing entire systems, ancient and modern, that actually make people more efficient, more aware, and yes, genuinely smarter. Here's the thing. This is not about complicated theories or laboratory breakthroughs. This is about everyday tools, habits, and ideas that remove friction from thinking itself. From the way people pay for a street snack to the way children train their minds with wooden beads, there is a hidden layer of ingenuity woven into ordinary Chinese life that most of the world barely notices. Today, we are counting down 12 brilliant Chinese inventions and ideas that do not just make life easier, they upgrade the way your brain works in real time. And get this, number 8 on our list is an ancient tool that looks almost laughably simple, yet trains the human mind to outperform a modern calculator. Stay until the end, because that one will genuinely surprise you. Number 1. Super App Ecosystems, the WeChat model. Imagine condensing your entire digital life into a single, seamless command center. That is precisely what China engineered with platforms like WeChat, and the result is a masterclass in efficiency. Instead of bouncing between a dozen different apps for messaging, payments, food delivery, and government services, one platform handles everything through what are called mini programs. Translation: fully functional apps living inside one larger app. The real genius is how dramatically this reduces mental load. Every time you switch between apps, your brain spends tiny but real amounts of energy reorienting itself. WeChat eliminates that entirely. Bottom line, less digital friction means more mental energy available for things that actually matter. Number 2. QR code, everything culture. A single square code replacing your wallet, your menu, your transit ticket, and even your identity verification. That is not a vision of the future in China. That is a Tuesday morning. The solution is simple. Point your camera, scan, and move on. Street vendors, taxis, temples, and tiny roadside stalls all operate through this elegant solution, making transactions take mere seconds. And get this, the learning curve is nearly zero. There is no complex interface to navigate, no card to swipe, no pin to remember. But here is where it gets truly ingenious. When friction disappears from everyday transactions, your mind stops wasting energy on the small stuff and frees itself for bigger thinking. Number 3. High-speed rail, turning travel into thinking time. China's high-speed rail network is one of the most breathtaking feats of modern engineering on the planet. Trains traveling at 300 to 350 kilometers per hour connect cities that once felt distant with ultra-precise scheduling and seamless digital ticketing built directly into the experience. Here's the thing, the brilliance is not just in the speed, it is in what passengers do with that time. Commuters read, study, work, and reflect, turning what would have been lost hours into productive mental sessions. Translation: the train does not just move your body faster, it gives your mind more room to grow. If you are enjoying these ideas so far, go ahead and hit like and subscribe, because the next ideas on this list get even more clever. Number 4. AI homework assistants. China embraced artificial intelligence in education at a scale most countries are still debating. AI-powered study apps allow students to simply point their camera at a math problem or essay question and receive instant step-by-step explanations within seconds. The real genius is not just the speed, it is the personalization. As these systems adapt to each student's difficulty level over time, students learn more independently, parents rely less on expensive tutors, and the gap between struggling and thriving narrows considerably. But here is where it gets truly fascinating. When a child understands not just the answer but the process, their brain builds stronger, more flexible thinking patterns that last a lifetime. Number 5. Modular space-saving furniture. Urban living in China's mega cities means millions of people making the most of compact apartments. The ingenious response was furniture that transforms, beds that fold seamlessly into walls, tables that expand and collapse on demand, storage hidden inside every possible surface. This is practical brilliance meeting everyday life. Here is the thing, a cluttered environment is a cluttered mind. Research consistently shows that organized spaces improve focus and reduce anxiety. When your living room can reshape itself to meet your needs in seconds, your brain stops spending energy processing visual chaos and redirects that energy toward clarity and creativity. Which of these innovations do you wish existed in your country right now? Drop your answer in the comments. We genuinely want to know. Number 6. Shared bicycle systems. China scaled the shared bicycle concept into something the world had never seen before. Tens of millions of bikes across hundreds of cities, unlocked instantly via QR code, tracked by GPS, and charged by the minute. The solution is simple. Walk outside, scan, ride, leave the bike, and move on. No planning required whatsoever. And get this, the cognitive benefit is subtle but real. When transportation decisions are instant, your brain stops allocating planning energy to short trips. That freed up mental bandwidth compounds across a day, leaving you sharper and less decision fatigued by evening. Number 7. Smart digital payments and spending insights. China's digital payment platforms do something quietly quietly brilliant that most users barely notice at first. They do not just process transactions, they track spending patterns, categorize habits, and deliver real-time feedback about your financial behavior. Translation: your wallet becomes a live dashboard of your own decision-making. The real genius is in the feedback loop. When you can see exactly where your money goes in real time, your financial decisions become more deliberate and informed. Bottom line, systems that reflect your habits back at you do not just save money, they train smarter thinking. Number 8. The swan pan, the ancient abacus that outthinks calculators. Here is where things get genuinely extraordinary. The swan pan, China's traditional abacus, has been used for centuries, and it is still taught in schools today. But the real magic happens after years of practice, when trained users no longer need the physical device at all. They visualize the beads moving in their minds and perform complex calculations faster than most people can reach for their phones. And get this, studies have shown that abacus training does not just improve arithmetic, it strengthens memory, concentration, and spatial reasoning across the board. Here's the thing, an object made of wooden beads and wire is, in the right hands, one of the most powerful brain training tools ever invented. That is traditional craftsmanship meeting neuroscience in the most elegant way imaginable. Number 9. Hyper-efficient logistics networks. China built the most sophisticated last-mile delivery infrastructure on Earth. AI-powered warehouses, automated sorting systems, and an extraordinarily dense network of delivery riders mean that ordering something at breakfast and holding it in your hands by dinner is completely normal. Translation: the gap between wanting something and having it has been compressed to almost nothing. The real genius is the cognitive relief this provides. When you trust that what you need will arrive almost immediately, you stop spending mental energy on advanced planning and stockpiling. Your thinking becomes leaner and more present-focused. Number 10. Collaborative study culture. China's deep cultural emphasis on collective learning produces something remarkable in practice. Students form study groups, share detailed notes, quiz each other relentlessly, and create an atmosphere where peer accountability sharpens everyone involved. But here is where it gets truly efficient. Learning becomes a team sport rather than a solitary struggle. The science behind this is solid. Teaching a concept to someone else is one of the most powerful ways to cement your own understanding of it. When millions of students practice this daily as a cultural norm, the result is a population that retains information faster and builds intellectual discipline early. Number 11. Xiangqi, Chinese chess, as daily mental training. Walk through a park in almost any Chinese city, and you will find groups of men and women hunched over Xiangqi boards, completely absorbed in strategic battle. This ancient board game shares DNA with Western chess, but moves faster and demands sharper tactical thinking in shorter bursts. And get this, it is not treated as a special hobby. It is simply what people do in their free time. The real genius is the accessibility. No expensive equipment, no screens, no subscription required, just 2 players and a board. Daily Xiangqi play builds planning, foresight, and pattern recognition in a way that feels like leisure, but functions like a gymnasium for strategic thought. Number 12. Time-blocking productivity culture. China's work culture has long embraced a hyper-structured approach to time that the rest of the world is only recently discovering through productivity books and business podcasts. Strict scheduling, task batching, and clearly defined focused work periods are built into daily rhythms as a practical cultural value rather than a trendy technique. The solution is simple. When your day is arranged like a sequence of deliberate, purposeful blocks, procrastination loses its grip and clarity replaces chaos. Bottom line, structuring time is not about working harder. It is about thinking better by giving every hour a clear and singular purpose. What makes these 12 ideas truly remarkable is not any single technology or tradition on its own. It is the shared mindset running through all of them, a relentless commitment to removing friction from thinking itself. Whether ancient or cutting edge, physical or digital, every one of these innovations was designed with one quiet but powerful goal: help people focus on what actually matters. Here's the thing, the world often chases flashy, dramatic breakthroughs and overlooks the ingenious everyday systems that are quietly improving millions of lives each morning. China has long understood that the most powerful innovations are often the ones you barely notice because they have been woven so seamlessly into life that thinking without them becomes hard to imagine. So the real question is this: what could your own life look like if everything around you was designed this efficiently? If that idea excites you, hit subscribe, because we are just getting started uncovering the most brilliant, practical, and quietly ingenious ideas the world has to offer.